Every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Good afternoon, CoreTV News on the hour. I'm Tolu Ojewumi. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Sunday morning declared the Governor of Osun State and All Progressives Congress APC candidate Rauf Aregbesola winner of the 2014 governorship election. Aregbesola polled a total of 394,684 votes to emerge the winner of the state governorship election held on Saturday. The returning officer announced that Aregbesola won in 24 local government areas of the 30 local government areas in the state to maintain a clear lead. His closest rival and the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Iyola Omeshore, scored 292,750 votes to occupy second position. He won in 6 local government areas. The Labour Party's candidate, Fatai Akinbade, occupied a distant third position without a win in any local government area. In the meantime, the Osun State chapter of the People
hereby certify that I was the returning officer for the Osun State Governor election held on the 9th day of August 2014, and that the election was contested by the following candidates, and the different votes that they scored. Ogbeni Rauf A. Aregbesola of APC scored 394,684 votes. Following from this, Ogbeni Rauf A. Aregbesola of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law and scored the highest votes, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. Thank you.
In the meantime, the Osun State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has rejected the election result, declaring Governor Rauf Aregbesola as winner of the governorship poll. The PDP agent in the election and State Publicity Secretary Bola Ajao distanced the party from the result after the announcement of the outcome of the poll by the returning officer, Bamitale Omole, on Sunday morning in Osogbo. Ajao refused to sign the election result form given to agents at the INEC office. The party spokesman faulted the process of the election, saying some of the figures published were unacceptable. He says the party had earlier written a petition to INEC complaining about the election process in some units. He added that his principal, Iyola Omeshore, knows the next line of action. Now, the Minister of Police Affairs, Jalili Adesina, has urged governorship candidates in Saturday's Osun governorship election to accept the result and shun violence in the interest of the state. The minister says he was impressed with the turnout and the peaceful conduct of the exercise in his hometown of Odeomu. According to him, the peaceful conduct of the poll has vindicated him because he had been tagged a violent person. He added that the election went peacefully and nobody was intimidated. Members of the ruling party and those in the opposition, in his words, behaved very well, like true sons and daughters of Odeomu. There was palpable tension across the 30 local government areas of Osun State as the people decide who leads them beyond 2014. Earlier on Saturday, immediately after casting his vote, the governor told journalists in his Elisha County home that if the process was smooth as expressed in his word, however, then it should be known to all that INEC had done a good job. However, he expressed deep concerns over reports that his supporters were harassed at polling stations by security agents.
Yes, my experience here in this particular precinct, voting precinct, is wonderful. You have a large pool of security men who are here, and one will say they've controlled themselves very, very well. And you have enthusiastic electorate who demonstrated passion and interest in democracy. But the question to ask is what we witness here going to be replicated statewide? Is a huge question that only INEC and the security operatives can answer. My wish is that even at the aspect of just voting, we can have the orderliness that we have witnessed there around the state from now till the end of it. So we are hearing that some people are planning to still terrorize voters towards the end of this exercise. I pray that our security agencies will live up to their billings. They have not demonstrated enough impartiality anyway to date. After all, only the leading members and supporters of my party have been at the receiving end of their molestation, harassment, and terrorization. Or terrorism. No reason. There is no reason. I'm sure the authorities in Abuja are just simply abusing their power. And that power is not established in our constitution. As a matter of fact, if there's anyone that can order security operatives around in this state, I am the chief security officer. What we are seeing here, either in terms of deployment and abuse of security agencies, are flagrant violation of the Nigerian constitution.
INEC is still getting a post mark across the board, even as political observers have poured encomiums on INEC's organized conduct of the governorship election in Osun State. They expressed confidence in the ability of the electoral body to conduct credible elections in the future, especially the 2015 general polls. Omotayalo has more.
Of the 2007 general election prompted the Nigerian government to set up an electoral review commission, which gave birth to the current Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Since coming on board, the commission has continued to adopt different strategies to nip electoral manipulations in the bud. Although controversies and legal actions trail some of the elections conducted recently, many believe INEC has the ability to conduct credible elections. Speaking on free and fair election, lecturer at the Political Science Department of the University of Lagos, Kayode Ishola, says INEC has a pedigree of being fair in the conduct of elections.
From the inception of the Jega INEC till now, it's been better by the day. Don't forget, democracy is a culture. You don't evolve culture one day. It has to build over the days, over the years. So, in summary, from what has been displayed so far, the character and composition of INEC, I think we have hope that we have a good body that can conduct election anytime, anywhere. As
Osun citizens exercise the civic responsibility of voting a governor, political experts Fred Agbaje and Kayode Ishola explain that politicians eat up the polity by their actions and statements, thus calling for the presence of heavy security during elections.
It's the politicians that created that venue. If the campaign had been going on smoothly, without brickbat, without threat to life and property, the federal government will not have woken up from its slumber. The same federal government that cannot tackle Boko Haram begin to deploy all the troops in Nigeria to Osun, as if the Osun people are that lawless. The Osun people are enlightened people. It's the politicians that have created this problem, this setback.
Need a very strong civil society, because the civil society is supposed to set agenda for the citizens of a country. You know, the civil society must be very strong and proactive. We need such civil society that will not wait until crisis occur before they start educating people and mobilizing for them for it. As we have it now, we don't have civil society in Nigeria. What we have can be best described as a group of people who are trying to use the name civil society to achieve selfish political aim.
Anxiety fills the air as the incumbent governor of Osun State, Ralph Aregbesola, and 19 other candidates goes to the polls to test their popularity. The hope is that wherever the pendulum swings, the people of Osun should continue to reap the dividends of democracy. Omotayo Alo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll together visit Mexico. Don't go away.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
All new on Bodyworks.
Welcome to Bodyworks, the fitness, wellness, and lifestyle show.
It's often difficult to believe.
Infertility is a condition that can actually be cured.
When you say cured, I actually find that very difficult to believe. I'm sorry.
Being an autistic child doesn't necessarily reduce your lifespan.
Let's kind of start with gonorrhea.
They call it gono.
Gono.
There's something we call plaque and calculus. Plaque is a soft teleneous material that adheres to the surface of the teeth.
And it could be life-threatening.
Most children who have enuresis, as a bedwetting, about 8 out of 10, I can tell you, will have the disease. It's called juvenile diabetes.
There are a lot of diet pills out there. And
there's no weight loss pill in a bottle. Okay. Point blank.
Are you saying that it's okay to bleach?
Depends on how you do it.
And then,
when the fibroid does not disturb the woman, we don't disturb the fibroid.
Well, that's been our show.
Showing every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Bodyworks. Live right, be fit, and live well.
Now outside Nigeria, Mexico Congress has voted to implement a historic reform which reopens the state-controlled oil and gas sector to foreign firms. Major oil companies are now gearing to invest in the country's energy sector. The report.
It was a long-awaited comeback. Foreign firms are preparing to return to Mexico oil sector 76 years after they were kicked out of the country. The monopoly held by the state-run energy giant Pemex has ended thanks to an energy reform voted recently by Congress. President Enrique Pena Nieto is to sign a legislation, the centerpiece of his effort to reform Latin America's second-biggest economy.
The president's goal is for Mexico to become an energy power, and we are giving ourselves the tools through those laws to make it happen.
The reform will allow foreign companies to sign profit-sharing contracts with Mexico and drill for oil and natural gas as soon as next year. Major oil companies like U.S. giant ExxonMobil and British BP are already lining up to enter the Mexican market, but they're doing so with caution, waiting to see the first contract details.
It's obvious that the big international companies have interest in coming here, but these firms also have expectations. They want to see more. They want to see these projects.
But opening the door to foreign investment doesn't please everyone. Opponents fear the legislation is the first step to Pemex privatization and will cut Mexico's budget, a third of which comes from the firm.
This fiscal framework is really generous, and it seems to me that we are giving too much to foreign firms, and so we are risking the Mexican oil income.
But for many, steps are needed to address Pemex's various problems: inefficient management, corruption, and most of all, a drop in production from 3.4 million barrels a day in 2004 to 2.5 million a day. The giant also lacks technology and financial means to access the deep water reserves.
Yes, I think the market needed this reform, especially to raise the competitiveness of oil companies and refineries. We have production lines that are not competitive.
The reform has led to a number of protests across the country, as many Mexicans fear Pemex, seen as one of their crown jewels, will be taken away. Energy workers, backed by the left wing, have promised to keep on fighting the law.
That's all. Thanks for watching. I'm Tolu Ojewumi. Good afternoon.